name is Calvin.
And my name is Kevin.
And I'm Charles.
And this is Martial Art Mindset. We're the Blasian Twins, and we have Charles here. He's going to show us some techniques for this session. All right, so I'm super excited.
We've been working together for the past year or so. So he has a lot of great knowledge, so we're just going to get right into it.
Yes,
All right.
This is the first time I've met Charles in person.
Yeah.
Right, we've spoken over the phone and other things, and just excited to learn from him, and also in a second learn more about your story.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna get behind the camera and let's get this lesson in.
All right, so here we go. He's going to show us this technique. Let's get right into it.
One of my favorite techniques is the ground technique of the trap and roll. I like trap and roll a lot because I'm a small guy, and a lot of time when I'm in confrontations, most time the guys are probably bigger than me. So I teach this technique to a lot of my students because I think it's very, very vital to their survival. Especially women. I teach these techniques to women a lot. My daughter, my wife, my mother, my sister, every woman that wants to learn these techniques. These are very vital techniques to me because every woman's in a situation like this whenever they need to be lovemaking or interacting with a guy. For some various reasons, they always end up in these kind of positions. But these are also the positions where they get most vulnerable and be taken advantage of. So I'm going to show a technique called trap and roll today, which is very important to every woman's vital survival. Ready to go help me, Mr. Calvin, please?
Yes, sir.
All right. I'm going to be the woman today. I'm going to be on the bottom. Mr. Kevin's going to be the guy on top. I'm going to start from what we call a guard position. The guard position is done when you're on your back, your knees are up in the air like so. Like this. This is one of the most vulnerable position there is. When you're in a guard position here, if you're a woman, this position here looks very familiar to you. If you're a man, then you're in the other position there, and this position is very comfortable for you being there. But here's where it gets dangerous at here. If this guy here is on top here, and he's a lot heavier, and he can straddle me like that, I don't want to be in this position as a woman, neither as a man. So, and if he's trying to grab me and put his hands on me, this is even worse. So from this position here, what you want to do here, also always remember, you have other distractions here. I can poke at his eyes here. That would cause this kind of see that reaction there? That reaction? You want that kind of reaction. But from here, what I want to do here, I want to make sure I grab one of these arms here. Remember, I'm grabbing here at the elbow or either at the wrist. I would prefer grabbing at the elbow here because it makes this guy's body moves, like so. That's what I want there. Once I see that reaction there, I grab here. Or I can manipulate the head as well, moving him over like this. But I won't grab here at the shoulder, let my leg on this other side here, lay flat. This other leg on this side here is going to help me roll Calvin over, like so. And I'm right on him. Just that simple, just that fast. Now I can ground and pound from this position. Now I also can escape by putting my hands here, on the solar plex here, putting my feet up, and getting out of there. So this technique here, like I said again, is very important. And I teach the technique to everyone, especially my women and my smaller guys, because 9 times out of 10, you end up in that position. I'm gonna get one more variation in this position before we move on. Say I'm having a competition with a guy here, which is who Kevin's gonna imitate here. Now he goes for his what we call a scoop, which is the worst position I want to be in. He scoops me, slows me down. I end right back in my guard. See how I'm in my guard? My feet right back in that position. He takes my legs up. Now I go for the same movement that I did before. I start feeling with the face, getting some kind of reaction. Trap, roll him over. And there we go. I'm back on top. I want to maneuver out. I don't want to stay there. Because don't forget, my life is on the line. All I want is to get out. I don't know what this guy knows, so I want to get out of there. Thank you, Mr. Kevin. Oh, sir.
All right, cool. So I do have a few questions with that, and
yes, sir.
I do agree, with how important that technique is because of the position it is in. Okay, so now just, I guess, a few questions with that.
Yes, sir.
When I do have all my weight on you, and you saw, so if we go back in the position, my hands are here. Now, of course, not everybody's hands are going to be here, especially if you are a woman. I'm not supposed to stay here, right? Might be like this or even closer. So if I was like that, what would you do to escape from there?
All right. Get in that position again, Mr. Kevin, sir. Now, everyone have what we call pressure points. thing that can make them react. Now, what you need to do is find out what makes him react. So what I want to do here, I really want to start going up under the, see how he reacts there? That's one. Once I get that reaction there, boom. Trap, rope, take him on over. Just that fast and just that easy. So, again, I think about the person putting their body on me, pressing me down here, but what I'm looking for here is what makes them react. If it's the face, it's under the arm, whatever reaction I can get from here, I don't want him to react. See? Now he's not worried about having to bother me. Now he's worried about trying to get away because I'm attacking him from the bottom. So when I start attacking him from the bottom, boom, boom, get that reaction, up, then I'm over. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
You want a question for me, Mr. Kevin, sir?
Yeah, I got a question. So, with that, because you know, doing martial arts a lot, and me and you teaching a lot, there's something that we tell our students all the time. Mm-hmm. You had a word for it. I had a word for it.
We call it softeners.
Mm-hmm. And I call it distractors, right?
Yes.
So when you were talking about the reaction, can you just explain a little bit more of the importance of that reaction from the
Yes,
person?
sir.
Being a smaller person, why you need that?
Okay, being a smaller person, and you're 100% correct, Kevin, that you do need distractors because being a smaller person, the guy putting weight on you, it makes it even harder for you to get up. So I want to distract this guy as much as possible so that he's not going any other kind of thing like ground and pounding me or trying to hold me down there, trap me underneath him, cutting my breathing off. Because once I get in that position, Mr. Kevin, it's hard for me to make any movements that I want to make him react. In other words, you understand what I mean by that?
So
sir?
like you got to keep moving before
Yes.
you get to that point. And
Yes.
if you got to that point, that means you probably wasn't moved enough.
Moving
or they
enough,
just-
yes, correctly, sir.
Or they were too strong.
Too strong, yes. I use the phrase of like this. No one never really too strong. It's just what you do to get that person off of you. Now there are what you would say bodybuilders or guys that are training themselves a lot to just to do weight and put their weight on you. Those guys are very strong. Now, like I say, but everyone has a softener. Everybody has a soft point. Eyes, throat, even the growing area.
It don't matter how much you bodybuild. You can't bodybuild them eyes.
You can't bodybuild those eyes. You can't bodybuild that throat. You can't
Superman
bodybuild that
can though.
nose.
Superman can though.
Superman, no.
The question I have, okay, if you don't mind, since rude to cut you.
Okay.
All right.
I can't help laughing. It's so stupid, boy.
The question I have is, okay, so thanks for sharing the trap and roll defense. Now, how can you apply that to a mentality when you're dealing with the problem? Like when the problem traps you, how do you use those distractors or get that reaction or soften up for that problem to then be able to roll out of it? How have you applied that to your mentality in life?
Good question. Good question. He says a problem arose. How would I react to it if it just really doesn't work out as well? That's what I'm asking.
And like, something's trapped you. Something's got you. Is on top of you, and you have
And got me trapped.
And you have to try to be the one to get out of it, just like that technique.
Well, Calvin, I would say this. It's not good to go down there, be your first reaction. But if I'm down there and I'm being trapped and it's hard for me to get from down there, and my software is really not working, I would say this. I would try to pull him into me. Can I borrow you again, Mr.
Yes, sir.
Kevin, please? Now, if I'm down there and I can't get no reaction, Mr. Calvin, I can't get no reaction from here, then what I need to do here is get this guy close to me like this and wrap up tight. This is the only way I can see myself, save myself, because from here, he can't punch me here. He can bite on me, but I'm going to be saving myself from getting punched on. Here. Now, I can also choke from here by doing my scissors here and causing pressure to his ribcage here. So once I start choking here, he's going to be tapping. So I want to grab here tight. And I'm going to tap and roll right now. I want to hold this guy close to me tightly and extend my feet to the sky in a cross position like this and squeeze.
Just so you know, it's like squeezing right in my ribs, right in there like that.
Yes, sir.
So the concept that I saw, thank you, sir, is when you're at your worst, you got to get closer to it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So that problem is on you. You got to get closer to the problem to be
Yes.
able to manipulate it more, so it doesn't make it worse. For
It
you.
doesn't make
So
it worse. Yes, sir.
Mhm.
And if you're not grabbing neck with work, grabbing any of his clothing, bring him close with work. Because the closer that person is to you, you take away his limbs. If he's here, then he doesn't have an arm to strike me with. All we can do is talk from here. Unless you want to be one to talk. Hey, how you doing, Kevin? You know, we want to talk to each other like that. But keeping that person close to you helps keep you alive a little bit longer. So,
Like keeping that problem close to you
yes, sir.
is how you be able to deal with it and disarm it sooner. That's
Yes,
what
sir.
I'm thinking, even while it's trapping you.
Yes, sir.
And then what I saw is that change that you had to become adaptable
Yes,
to
sir.
what was going on. So
Yes, sir.
that was really cool.
Thanks a lot, sir.
Yes, sir.
Again, guys, it's one of my favorite techniques. I'm gonna pass it on to you guys. You guys make them use it. If you're small like me, don't be afraid of the big guy anymore. Just roll them on over. Thank you. Us.
Let's